2007, Kris Jenner sold her own daughter's sex tape, made $5 million, then put a camera in her daughter's face and called it a reality show. Kim Kardashian is worth $1.7 billion today. Every single cent traces back to that one decision her mother made. And Kim has spent 15 years crying about it on television. Ray J, the man in that tape, has said publicly and on record multiple times that Kris Jenner was directly involved in negotiating its release. He said it was not a leak. He said it was planned. He said Kim knew. He said this in interviews, on podcasts, in tweets that were later deleted. He kept saying it for years. Nobody sued him for saying it. When you can take someone to court for lying about you, and you don't, they're not lying. Before that tape, Kim Kardashian was Paris Hilton's closet organizer. That was her entire career. She sorted clothes for a woman who was actually famous. Pretty, rich, completely irrelevant. Then the tape dropped, February 2007. Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered October 2007. 8 months between a sex tape and a network television deal with E! That would run for 20 seasons and make her family hundreds of millions of dollars. You do not accidentally get a television deal in 8 months. Nobody stumbles into 20 seasons. Nobody accidentally becomes the most recognizable woman on the planet. Someone made a phone call, and that someone takes 10% of everything her children earn.
Here is what an accidental leak looks like. Someone steals footage. It appears on random websites. There's no contract, no distribution, no press release, no professionally edited runtime. Here is what Kim's tape looked like. Acquired by Vivid Entertainment, one of the biggest adult entertainment companies in the world. Signed contract, negotiated payout, coordinated release, professional press release sent to media outlets. That is not a leak. That is a product launch. And Kris Jenner has been launching products her entire life. And think about who Ray J is in this story. He was not some random person. He was a known name, a celebrity. He had everything to lose by talking and nothing to gain. He did not need the attention. He did not need the controversy. He has spent years trying to move past this story, and every time he almost does, he comes back and says it again. Not because he is bitter, because it is true, and it bothers him that the world never saw it clearly. He watched a family build a billion-dollar empire off something that was sold without his full understanding of what it would become, and the woman who sold it never once had to answer for it publicly. She calls herself a momager. 10% of everything. Every deal her children have ever signed, she negotiated. Every brand partnership, every appearance, every contract, her hands are on all of it. She turned a family with nothing except a dead father's famous name into a multi-billion-dollar empire. In 2007, her oldest daughter was going nowhere. Paris Hilton was the star. Kim was the help, the closet girl, the pretty friend nobody cared about. Something had to change. Ray J says what changed was not an accident. He says after the tape dropped, the entire narrative was controlled. Kim cried on television, played the devastated victim. The world felt sorry for her. Magazines covered her. Producers called. Ray J was left looking like the villain, while Kris Jenner was on the phone closing deals. He has never stopped saying it, and Kris Jenner has never once clearly denied it. 15 years, hundreds of interviews, billions of dollars built directly on this story, and she has never looked into a camera and said she had nothing to do with it. She deflects, she tears up, she talks about how hard it was for the family. She does everything except deny it. There is a reason for that. Kim eventually sued Vivid Entertainment, settled for a reported $5 million, the exact same amount the original tape deal was reportedly worth. So the tape made $5 million, the lawsuit recovered $5 million, and in between, Kim Kardashian became a billionaire. That is not an embarrassing accident.
That is the best investment her family ever made. And who negotiated the settlement? Who manages every legal and business decision in that family? Kris Jenner, still taking her 10%. Today, Kim has a billion-dollar beauty brand, a shapewear empire worn by millions of women, a criminal justice platform that has freed actual prisoners, magazine covers, Met Gala moments, Forbes lists. She is genuinely one of the most powerful women alive. And every single dollar, every single opportunity, every single door that opened traces back to one tape, one contract, one phone call made by a woman who looked at her own daughter and saw an asset. Whether Kim knew exactly what her mother was doing, or whether she was the only person in that family who actually got used, that is the question that has never been answered. Ray J knows, Kris Jenner knows, Kim knows, and none of them are fully talking. Subscribe if you want more of what powerful people don't want said out loud, and tell me in the comments, do you think Kim knew? Or was she the product her mother sold without telling her?